Welcome back to DXB Today. It is quite a fantastic episode tonight. We're talking, are we enough? Now, we've already spoken a lot about comparisons on social media, but we want to talk about more positive journeys. That's why I'm so excited about the next guest we have in the studio. She's gone through her own fitness journey to change her life and now is sharing her story. Welcome to the show, Nikita Phulwani. Welcome, how are you?
Thank you, I'm doing really well.
I'm really excited, as I said to you, I'm really excited to have you on the show because I've kind of seen your journey on social media only, but only in the last sort of week or so.
Right.
And now I get to know more about it here and now. So tell me first of all about that journey and why you've now decided to share it.
So I started about 5 years ago. I used to be an obese, morbidly obese. I was 118 kilos. And truth be told, I didn't choose my transformation. I'd say I stumbled upon it in 2020. And it's been 5 years and I just haven't looked back. So I've lost 53 odd kilos, completely reversed my habits. I was someone who would struggle to wake up at 11 and today I've been up since 4:30 a.m. So I think life had different plans and that's been my journey. And I actually have been sharing it since the get-go. I know you explored me 3 days ago, but Ash and I know each other for quite some time. And to be honest, when I started posting about it in 2020, I had no idea about fitness. I was like, listen, let's just post. And the audience actually supported me and they saw me cry, eating salmon every day or doing burpees or my first, marathon. Like I took them through with me. And honestly, I understand that, you guys were speaking about comparison and social media, and definitely it has its pros and cons. But for me, in my journey, my social media audience has been a beautiful boost.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been good.
We like to hear it's positive anyway.
Yeah, that's so beautiful, Nikita. You said you stumbled into your fitness journey. What really caused that stumbling or that decision to say, I'm going to do something different than yesterday?
So prior to starting my fitness journey, I actually was a plus size influencer. My entire agenda was to talk about how to dress if you're big, how to eat if you're big, how to embrace yourself if you're big. So I was quite of the opposite narrative. And while we say these things to perhaps please ourselves or please people online, perhaps deep down inside, I really wasn't happy with what things were, how things were going, or, everyone gained weight during COVID. I did too. And 2020 is obviously COVID year. I got a DM from a fitness professional who just asked me to collaborate. You know how they work with creators. And I said, yeah, 10 sessions, who cares? I'll lose 3 kilos, it'll be good. My mom will be happy, she'll stop crying for a bit.
You went in with that negative mindset.
I hated the gym. I go to the gym 6 times a week right now, and I have been for the last 5 years. I would say it took me 8 months to even accept where I am. I would show up and I would nag. I'd be like, why am I here? When will this session get over? Can we get done with this? Do we have to train? And so it's been a journey. It's been a journey. But yeah, I actually got a DM and I thought, let's just collaborate because it's the cool thing to do. But that little collaboration has led to 5 years of a very deep relationship with fitness.
So you just got started and that starting kind of spiraled into a whole different person.
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
And the thing is that I have to say that even though I hated the process, and again, you'd know this, whenever you're taking up anything that requires change, there's always resistance. There was immense resistance, but there were also results. So in my first month, I lost 8 kilos. And I was like, is this really you, Nikita? Is this really happening? And because I posted everything from the get-go, I actually got a lot of positive reinforcement from my followers. So I'm like, maybe something is right, even though we're not doing what we, how we usually live life. But let's just keep our brain, closed and just keep going. And I trusted the process, I guess, and it worked in my favor.
Nikita, you're absolutely preaching to the choir because I have this love-hate relationship with the gym. I go off it and then, things get a little bit heavy mental health-wise. I get so busy and I get so stressed out and then I go back mostly to feel better about myself. But the consistency element, oh my God, staying consistent is my biggest ever challenge. Talk to me about consistency and the mindset that you adopted to go from absolutely hating it to being in the gym 6 days a week, for 5 years.
I think there are a couple of things, right? Since this episode is all about feeling enough, what I realized at first, I thought that my confidence or my feeling enough comes from how I'm looking. Like, oh my God, I'm 50 kilos lighter, I dress better, I show up better. But I truly think that every day that I keep up that promise to myself that, hey, Nikki, you're gonna give yourself the 2 hours, be it in gym or whatever it is that I'm doing to keep my sanity in place, is actually the thing that is making me feel enough in my skin, giving me the confidence, and therefore I am, tempted to be consistent. So perhaps there's a bit of changing the narrative in my brain, but I want to be consistent because I know it is the anchor of me feeling my best, and it helps me show up in every aspect of my life. I run a business, I lead a team, I create content, I'm a daughter, I have friends, and I know that when I wake up every morning and I stick to the promises that I made to myself, I know it reinforces somewhere, and that helps me stay consistent. It's like almost like I'm tempted,
No, honestly, like I went to the gym at 6 a.m. this morning because I knew I was going to be filming today.
Yeah.
And it was all about keeping my promises to myself, right? But I can do that for a week, I can do it for 2 weeks, I can do it for 3, for 5, for 6. But somewhere around the 7th week, I will fall off, right? And it's such a long-term commitment. So hats off to you.
Yeah, honestly, I have been following your journey. As you mentioned earlier, Nikki, I've known you for so many years, right? I've known you from the time you weighed 100-something pounds to fast forward a few years down the line. And you were on an Adidas or Nike billboard, weren't you? Honestly, incredible transformation. The hard work that you put in, the natural way, the honest way. I have to give you your flowers for that. But my question to you is slightly different, because even when you were at your heaviest, you were always a big supporter of the body positivity movement. But my question is that a lot of other plus-size people who have promoted body positivity with the new wave of weight loss injections that have come in, they've all embraced it now. Most of them are all snatched, skinny, cheeks sucked in. So a lot of people on social media are saying that this whole body positivity movement is a bit of a farce, because the minute there was that magic drug, everybody jumped on that bandwagon. I know you haven't, but what is your take on this subject?
I made a video about this, and it's so true. It just boils down to say that a lot of times we say things or we come up with these concepts, to please ourselves or someone else. Let's just be honest. The world judges. When you walk into a room and you're plus, you're automatically termed as lazy, perhaps someone who doesn't care about yourself, and you're not responsible to your own self. And no matter what it is, everyone, especially amongst women, weight loss is like a big problem, and it's ever evolving. No matter how much weight I lose, there's, oh, Nikki, 1 more kilo, 1 more, a little more here, a little more that. And I think that exactly, because I was like, was I just saying this to like convince myself? And the minute a shortcut has come out, everybody has gone on to it. So, and the truth is that if you are that big, like I ask myself, Nikki, how did you get to 100 plus kilos? It's got to take work, like it's got to take some serious amount of food, but it's not food. It's something that's bothering you here, and something is not right, and you're not okay emotionally. And guess what? Being big and then being judged and coming in front of people actually just makes everything worse. So truth is that when you are responsible to yourself, when you show up for yourself, when you are good in your body, you do feel good. That's why there are so many studies, and that's the feeling everybody wants. That's why the minute they found these weight loss drugs, they're like, boom, let's go.
But you've done an incredible job, and can I say you look fantastic. Thank you so much.
You really do, and we want to thank you again for being here with us and inspiring many more people on the screens today. But I believe Ash has a quiz for Ajit.
Ajit, are you ready? I'm going to quiz you.
Not really, but sure.
So this is DXP in 60. You need to answer as many questions as possible within 60 seconds. You ready? Okay.
Let's do it.
So your time is 3, 2, 1, let's go. One mantra or affirmation you can give us to feel worthy in moments of self-doubt.
You are enough.
Your motto in life and in work.
My what?
Your motto in life and in work.
My 3 most important values: love, service, and health.
If you could have an AI assistant, what tasks would you want it to handle?
Mostly my mundane tasks, most kind of the stuff that is repetitive and needs to be just done.
I
actually have a lot of them.
If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be with?
Oh, always with my wife.
Best part about being a coach?
You get to look outside of you and be able to contribute to human beings in a very meaningful way versus a very shallow way. And it's one of my greatest gifts that I get to enjoy every day is the thank yous that I receive when I meet people and how they share how something that I did with them or something that I taught has changed their life.
Most memorable transformation you have seen in a client?
Ooh, so many. I have 3,100 testimonials. I think the most memorable that comes to my mind right now is a client that went from just first starting to coach and then to make her first 6 figures in about 2 months.
Fantastic. Finally, why Dubai?
The food, no, the community. I think the people in Dubai are just absolutely fascinating. I've had more gatherings that I've loved, even if I'm exhausted and tired to attend. More people that are just absolutely heart-centered, so giving, so supportive, that I think Dubai is this beautiful network of people that I don't think I've seen anywhere else.
That sounds about right, doesn't
Well
it?
done. Thank you, Ajit.
Ajit, thank you so much again for being our guest co-host today. Really, really appreciate it, and it's been wonderful, and it's been a free session for all of us.
No, thank you. You guys are phenomenal hosts, so thank you for inviting me.
Ajit, Nikita as well, also thank you again, once again. We'll speak to you very soon. Right, but for now, do not go anywhere, because we have got a musical performance you do not want to miss. A Saudi female rapper, Jara, is up next.